folks, Tommy Cowett here, back on the lawn with you from outer space. If you've heard my tagline or motto in the past, it's not rocket science, but we're trying when it comes to what we're trying to do in the garden and with soil and building soils. Got a pretty exciting episode here today. It's a seminar put on by Robert Lawson and the Dobb Farm in East Bend, North Carolina. We were treated to visit from Joseph Johnson with ABC Organics, and you can check this out online, ABC Organics with Joseph Johnson, who has actually helped us get closer to rocket science. He is actually a astrophysicist who's developed or helped to develop a product. If you go to his website and understand, there was a gentleman who developed this product line. It's a special way of making a biostimulant that is humic acid based, but it definitely contains a lot of organisms. And the whole thing about Joseph's system of building soil and his agronomic program for farms yields tremendous higher yields. In fact, you'll hear it's a short segment that Joseph puts on, but after a season of growth in the fields and testing afterwards, they actually had a net in nitrogen gain. Unbelievable. A net in nitrogen gain. That was amazing. Robert Lawson helps to narrate, and he's a brilliant soil scientist, farmer from Virginia. You can check out Southern Soils. Look it up online. He sells this product line. Not only did they discuss this, but they also discuss something that I'm very interested in right now, photonic water or structured water. And you can look at some of Adam Abrams' videos online about this is structured water. Try to understand it. I've actually saved or favorited some of those videos so you can find out about the photonic water from Adam Abrams. That's the Rainmaker device, and it can be hooked up to your home spigot or even up to an 8-inch line. There's a lot of videos, there's a lot going on with structured water, and structured water is, you just have to get into it and understand more about it. There's a lot to it. It's simple just running water through this device and restructuring the water, making the water a lot more energized, so to speak. It works better, the water is more active, able to it's more like a surfactant, like you've added a surfactant to your water. A lot of less surface tension in the water. Then the water works much better. There's a field effect from it. It's very exciting stuff. Next up, we had Todd Reese from a really great company, Insta, a high-quality liquid fertilizer. And this is not just snake oil. This is just good science and a good way to fertilize your crops, rather than going with a granular approach, which usually kills most of the biology in the soil. This is putting great products to go right into the plant. You're not wasting anything. It's all right in the plant. The plant takes it up, the plant recognizes it. This works as a catalyst to get other products into the plant. This is their calcium product. I think Growing Green's going to begin to use this. We're going to be testing this. He's got a high sulfur product. If you need sulfur, there's fixes. There's a program approach to using the foliar feeds on farms. I know there's a lot of people who are just into the old way of doing things with granulars. But, if we change and the laws are changing, we're going to be limited on how much granular fertilizer we can use due to groundwater issues. So this is the way to go. We were at the Dobb Farm. They distribute this Nutran. That's a nice product. They didn't get into it much. It's another liquid feed. So hey, sit back, check out Todd Reese. He's the longest. I mean, he's an agronomist with Insta, and I hope you enjoy it. I know I watched it a couple of times and I picked up more and more from it each time. I'm sorry the quality's not that good. The camera I was using wasn't that great. But hey, if you want to learn a little bit and then look into more, Joseph Johnson certainly is a very interesting gentleman from California, Port Hueneme, came all the way to North Carolina and shared his product with us, and how he got a lot more nitrogen by the end of the year. Still had nitrogen. He built nitrogen, in other words. He fixated nitrogen from the atmosphere. That's how these microorganisms that he is introducing into the soil work. It's sort of like the product we're using, Organics, in that it does contain the microorganisms. So hey, I hope you enjoy the show. It's kind of a long one. This is the longest video I've ever done, so I better stop now. And Tommy Cowett signing out. Check out Joseph Johnson, Robert Lawson, and Todd Reese. All right, have a great one.